Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Lighthouse Server at another 12 tune kind at 12 FPS. We're starting there with only a little bit of mumbling, and that's okay. Um, so yeah, this little FPS is titled Does Philippe is Crime Dad?" So I am Dee Dee, and I'm playing the Crime Dad question mark. Who knows? It's a mystery.
There's an exclamation point somewhere in that question.
There is, in fact, many exclamation points in that question. And who is my who is the lovely person I am playing with today? Can you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, hello, hello. I am Dawn. I am playing Luke, the just so befuddled and completely confused by everyone around him at this point.
Good. We're in good company.
So much is going on. So much.
Everything happens all the time, and that's okay. Uh So yeah, we kind of talked about this. I don't know if we said this we know this takes place after Penguin Rescue, but I don't know if we said this takes place after the whole thing with Halloween Town or not. But it does. It takes place in a time after things have happened and revelations happen.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards post Penguin reunion personally.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's fair. Less dramatic incidents is happening. They get a little bit of a breather,
Yes, no
hopefully.
no stress and panic attacks.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say they're probably where do you think Luke is right now? Like, do you think he's on the ship or like in Halloween Town or just doing his thing?
Probably poking around Halloween Town. Like, he appreciates the crutch that Jackie gave him, but also this thing is sticky and doesn't actually sit where it's supposed to.
Oh
So
no.
he's trying to find something that actually works.
Yes. This man deserves a proper cane. He
Mm,
deserves a proper mobility aid.
yes!
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
been so bad.
unfortunately. Oh no, beloved, he's been without his mobility
Mm,
aid for too long. For too
mm.
long. So yeah. So I did not hold the Halloween Town lore, so I can't say what he has seen, but I'll tell you what he hasn't seen. He hasn't seen a Philippe because he's kind of still a little bit scared of Halloween Town.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Halloween Town either, so I'm gonna go with just went to one place, went this is gonna take way more effort than I feel like putting into right now. I'm turning around and going back to the boat.
That's fair. You need to be in a certain state of mind. I think you need to be a certain state of mind to go into town. So,
Yeah, you really do.
yeah.
So,
So,
is headed back to boat. Is just this is not a day to go exploring. It's just not a day.
that's fair. That is fair and valid, and I love this little nobody.
Mm,
Right, yeah, you
so
go back to the boat. The sailors are doing boaty things, I don't know, hoisting the rigging and whatnot.
it's boat stuff.
Boat stuff. I feel Kraken cringing, like,
Yes,
miles
Kraken, do not
away.
add us. Do not add us.
Kraken, I'm sorry.
But yes, uh, is Philippe anywhere visible on the boat, or is he just sort of chilling in
Ah,
the?
that's a good question. Do you wanna, roll for it and make an investigation? And
Yeah, sure.
if it's not really bad, we'll say takes a while for you to find him, but
All right. Yeah, let's see here. That's 13. That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
okay, nice. 13. So yeah, I think it takes you don't see Philippe or hear Philippe, but you definitely smell something. Like you smell food. You smell a very familiar kind of spicy food that like Philippe like you've smelled before, like possibly in Philippe's kitchen. And if you follow your invisible little nobody knows, you probably are able to find Philippe in just like
Yes. Follow the food.
follow the food, follow the dad food.
Yes. It's just in there anxiety cooking.
Yeah, he's just in there anxiety cooking. When he's stressed, he bakes. He bakes a lot.
Aww.
Yeah, I think you get
Aww.
in there. Yeah, I think you get in there, and there are like trays of like muffins and like pots of maybe there's like some like pots of like kind of gumbo and like soup that are like kind of like they're settling. There's like all kinds of different like different spices and smells, and most of it's seafood because boat. Unfortunately, but there's a couple of, like, non-seafood based things you can see, maybe, like, for the one member of the crew who is definitely has a seasickness, like, is allergic to seafood, so
Mm.
and I don't think I'm actually gonna roll perception because I don't know if, like, Philippe would notice. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, yeah, his perception's a -1, I forgot about that.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's okay. He sees nothing. He's
Oof.
lost in the cooking sauce.
Oof. All right. Well, Luke has basically been living with him. He knows when not to spook. Knows vaguely how not to spook.
Yeah, which is very impressive considering how easy it is to spook this frog.
Yeah. So yes, he's gonna back out of the room and sort of stomp, knock the crutch, stomp, knock the crutch as a sort of heads up someone's coming before he comes
Okay,
back into the room.
okay, because he's still a little bit jumpy with the everything. I'm gonna roll a whiz save. Like
Oh no.
he doesn't have bad wisdom, so like we'll see how this goes. Oh, not very well.
Hmm.
I think he does like he doesn't like get spooked, but he like scared, but he does like jump and maybe he probably, like, drops a fork or something that he is, like he
Oh
probably drops
no.
a spoon he's been mixing with. It's like, "Oh, dang it. Oh, 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 Luke, Luke, there you are. How was town?"
Far bigger than I felt like dealing with today.
Yeah, I understand. I understand completely.
Eventually, I'm going to have to go through it, but right now, I know. He just sort of knocks that cane Jackie gave him on the ground again, like, yes, this'll do.
Yeah, yeah, how are you feeling, by the way? I do you need healing? Or, like, I know that, like, sometimes working with with a mobility aid that doesn't really fit your body type can be like painful. Are you feeling okay?
Like,
Oh,
roll insight real quick because, eh.
I would love. Oh, you go ahead.
No, that's literally what I was saying. Eh.
Oh, I would love to roll insight. Oh,
Oh boy.
16.
Oh yeah. He looks bad. Like, he's definitely carrying
Oh,
himself funky, and he's a normal white collar. He's kind of like a dirty gray almost right now.
Oh, oh, darling. Uh,
Yeah.
Philippe's smile falls, and I was like, "Oh, come on. You should have a sit. Have a seat. Have a seat. I'll make you something. Maybe some tea. I can do tea. I have tea. You can help yourself to a muffin. There, I made many muffins." And he's sort of like gently gesturing you towards a nearby chair, so like
Mm.
you're just off your feet at least.
It is greatly, greatly appreciated.
Oh,
The muffin is also gratefully accepted.
yeah.
But
Oh God, I could do a thing.
ooh,
Do you want to roll perception on that muffin?
sure. Let's do it. I think.
Because
Do-do-do.
canonically, he is frog. Frogs eat bugs.
9. Like, frankly, even if he did not like, even if he notices it, he doesn't care that much.
Fine, it's just a regular chocolate chip muffin. It's fine. Nothing's wrong with it. Like,
It's not, those chocolate chips are not flies. What are you talking about?
don't worry about it. It tastes good. Like, either way, like, it tastes good.
Yeah, like, legitimately, he wouldn't actually care that much, even if he did
Oh.
notice that it was bugs.
Yeah, and he's like making tea. I think Philippe is
Aw.
just like going about making tea for this poor stressed nobody because oh man. Oh man.
Mhm.
I could
Yes.
talk to the captain about like cuz about like maybe like doing like arranging a shopping trip for us because like getting supplies that way you don't have to go into town yourself and cuz it's a long journey and I got lost. I got so lost when I went in there. I mean granted I was stressed out but I got lost in a crypt. I don't know how I got underground but that was a thing that happened and I did not enjoy that. I got rescued by a skeleton. I tell you, I got rescued by a skeleton. Terrifying.
This town sounds more concerning than I really want to deal with.
I mean, the skeleton was very nice and he helped me not get lost, but it was like it was a skeleton. It was a skeleton, but
Yep.
a very nice skeleton. Yeah.
That's
Anyways,
not normal for tunes. I thought that was
I
fairly
don't
normal.
I don't know what's normal anymore, honestly. Tea. Tea. I'm making tea. I am making tea. I am going to make tea and not think about this. And he's going back in the kitchen. Uh, and so I think he's just like, I don't think he's gonna say anything for a bit as he busies himself making the tea because, like, oh god, he does not want to think about the skeleton anymore.
Mm,
Uh,
like,
Even though the skeleton was very nice. Oh, man.
it's still a stress thing, but
Yeah.
Luke is kind of picking at his muffin, and he's gonna look at Philippe as he's puttering around making the tea. Philippe,
Yeah?
am I being adopted?
What?
I am I being adopted? I This is something I only just learned happens, but
Oh, hmm. Would you like to roll an
you've
insight?
oh dear. Eh, still staring at that muffin.
Oh, darling. Uh, he says, "No." Like a liar.
Oh no. Because this is something I've only just learned happens, and it feels a lot like you and Mac and Jackie and Turpin have been doing it, and I don't know. I just
Uh, Do you wanna make another insight? Because you've been living with this guy, you know him.
Yeah.
I'll even say this one's bad, roll at advantage. Because oh, never mind,
That's
that was a
not
dirty
gonna meet
20.
it.
Yeah, it's like, he's hesitant. He's biting his lip, and it's like, I think, like, from you can tell that the hesitation is like, he doesn't know how you're gonna react to this, so he doesn't know how to react to this.
Mm.
But he's also kind of like, there's kind of a hopeful look on his face, like, and he just kinda swallows and like, "Do you want to be adopted?"
Honestly, I have no idea how I feel about it because because I literally just found out this is a thing. I I knew you were somebody to me, but I didn't know how to say it. And this is looking like the right words, but now I don't know how to feel about it because there are words.
Hmm, hmm, okay. I need to roll a quick whiz save.
Oh no.
No, this is good. This is just like, oh, he's feeling the feelings and he doesn't know how to. Oh yeah,
Mm.
you might like he tears up a little he's tearing up a little bit, but he hides it well. Like he's
Oh
like
no.
able to choke back the tears like, "Oh, well, I'm I I get that feelings can be complicated, especially when you don't know how to put it into words, but I'm glad I'm somebody to you. You're somebody to me too." And, you don't have to be adopted if you don't wanna be adopted, and he's gonna start blabbering again, like, I get it, like, like, you're a grown person, you are independent, I want to respect your privacy and independency, but I care about you, I care about Turpin, I care about Mac, and I care about Jackie, and I don't like, uh, I don't wanna push you if you don't wanna be pushed. He's just gonna drink his tea so he stops talking.
Honestly, that rambling kind of pushed things into the yes camp.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, like you got from that dirty 20, like he wants to, but oh man, he does not he's got that fear of like if I say I want this to happen, he's going to run and I don't want to lose Luke's friendship. So he's just not
Oh,
good that kind of like fear.
I think that I need to think a little longer before I say yes to this, but I also think that the answer will probably be yes. I would like that. Would like to
Oh,
be would like to be found family adopted.
well, uh I'm glad. I'm really glad. He's not choking back tears. What are you talking about?
It's- yes, there's so much emotion going on in this room right now.
Yeah. Especially because like Luke is always so like he's always very like what's the word? Uh
Like
like
stoic?
stoic, that's the word. Luke is always so very stoic and Philippe is always kind of a hot mess. So
Oh,
it's very,
yes.
very good, the two of them together.
Mm, they're so good. I love them.
I love them too. It's like, yeah, tea. I made you tea. This is like it'll help with it won't help with the thinking, but maybe it'll help get color back in your face. Or no, wait, your face is supposed to be white. It'll get the not color out of your face. Yeah, that.
Thank you, Philippe. He's gonna take the tea and he's gonna start sipping at it.
Take a big sippy. I'm sorry, I had to.
you you gotta do it to him.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, so I think they're both like us gonna. After that very sweet revelation, they're both just gonna drink their tea. It's gonna
Ugh. All right. I think they're gonna finish off that cup, and
Mhm.
Luke is gonna look at him again. How do you know how to break into ships?
Okay, for the comedy purposes, I wanna say he's drinking the last of his cup, and he spit takes like, "Ah, oh, what? I who said I knew how to break into ships? You, I don't know how to do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, who wants more tea? I'm gonna get some more tea."
I I will definitely take tea, but also you were one of the more knowledgeable people about this whole escapade. You acted as though you knew what you were doing.
I really did not know what I was doing. Believe me, I we got
You knew
lucky.
extremely lucky, but also he's just sort of staring at you now.
Frog is sweating. He's sweating a lot. He's not looking at Luke.
Can I roll an insight?
Absolutely, please do. Like at advantage, because again, they are roommates. They know each other.
Apparently they the dice know that today. So so Philippe's having a mild panic attack about this.
Yeah, like he's obviously like lying about. He's like obviously lying. He's obviously sweating. He obviously like was hoping you'd forgotten about that little escapade, part of the escapade. Like, yeah, for those who did not listen to the game live, like to the Penguin Rescue game live, Philippe knew a lot about breaking onto boats. They didn't do very well at it for for many reasons, but yeah, yeah. And at one point, like as he tried and failed to do a thing, like, and Mac was criticizing him for it. His explanation was that it had been a while. So make
Mm,
of that what you will.
yeah. All right. Well, Philippe, I'm not trying to be. I don't. I wanted you to teach me if you knew how.
What?
I wanted I wanted someone to teach me how to do some of these things. And I would rather it be someone that I trust to do it rather than a complete stranger who could do whatever they wanted.
Okay. I think from like the with going with the 20 you had on insight, like you can tell Philippe is like surprised. That was not the answer he was not expecting this conversation to go this way. And he's
It was
staring at Luke like,
just sort of defensive ear shoulders up around the ears. What are you staring for? Kind of look now.
well, I okay, let's say he's gonna steeple his hands together and just kind of take a deep breath like, oh boy. Let's say hypothetically speaking, I did know how to do some of these things, and I would be willing to teach my friends how to also do some of these things. Hypothetically speaking. Uh,
Hypothetically.
um, uh, what exactly would that friend want to know how to do? Like, do you want to learn how to break into boats? Because I think we just demonstrated I'm not very good at that. Or like steal wallets, or what do you want to learn? Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, I I might already know a little bit about obscuring mm, orders, obscuring, covering tracks to get something from a place that it's meant to be to a place it's not meant to be. I was hoping you would, well, hypothetically, somebody would know a little more about that and would be able to hypothetically give some pointers. Hypothetically.
He kind of relaxes like, "Oh, paperwork. I know how to I mean, hypothetically, I would be able to help with or someone in that situation would be able to help with that, uh, paperwork-wise. Look, even, listen, even like, yeah, you're not buying this, are you?
No, I'm sorry. It's hy-
Ah,
hypothetically only carries you so far.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, um, I could help with that. I am like, honestly, that was probably the only one of the only things I was actually good at before in my, in the past.
Well, I would appreciate it. Like to be able to actually go places without having to sneak into them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that I can oh, forging, like, traveling papers, that I can absolutely do. Okay, do you want to get this done, like, now or, like, within, like, a week? Because like, I could get,
Um,
like, some supplies probably in town for that if you want it, or
is there anything you would be able to teach me now, or would this be something that would require extra supplies?
depends. Do you have a pen and paper? I could at least teach you about the different, sigils in different areas of town and the different stamps that are required.
Luke just looks at you for a second as he pulls a pen and paper out because this isn't even a hammer space roll at this point. This is a
Uh,
nobody.
no, you're right, stupid question. Right, of course. Uh, yeah, and I think they do, like, yeah, he, like, gets out his own, like, some travel papers that he shows, like, the little, like, a little blue stamp that is on there that, like, makes it an official seal, and, like, he shows, like, how different, like, different areas of town will have these different seals and, like, how the font is different so he can, like, copy that down and take notes and, like, all that stuff.
Excellent, excellent.
Give the nobody all the access to the illegal things.
Yes, yes, yes. Give him Eve.
Give him. He deserves it. And, like, yeah, Philippe is, like, just talking about how, like, oh, yeah, and, like, I this is, like, what I have not been in the business for a while, so this is probably not up to date, but, like, from what I can so, like, I would definitely, like, keep an eye at, like, maybe stake out maybe the local, travel agencies and see if any of the paperwork has changed because they do change it up every couple of years. Nothing too drastic, but maybe the color maybe the stamp on the maybe the ink in the stamp color is gonna be different, like, one year it was blue, and then a couple of years later it was red. That's another thing to and then, of course, like, making sure the actual expiration dates are all up to date because they will, like, check and see if they're a void or not, and he's gonna keep talking.
Luke is just sitting there taking notes religiously.
Excellent. Yeah. And I think by the time, like, they get done with another cup of tea, like, he gets the basics, like, of how to forge, like, travel papers, like
It's very good. It's very appreciated. It's nothing like having a no identity and having to try and get places.
Oh, honey.
I like think he's gonna stop at some point and be like, if you don't mind my asking, how do you know this?
He's gonna freeze a little bit, maybe take a sip of his tea to kind of fortify himself.
Mm,
I did some things in the past I'm not proud of. A lot of things I'm not proud of. I kind of yeah, it's might as well. I told Mac a little bit about this because well, I thought they were in the same place I was.
mm,
That's what I get for assuming, but they aren't. But uh, yeah, let's just say eh, it's complicated. But the things I did were not legal, and I did them for a long time until I was a teenager, and well, something happened that kind of, well, it was the kick in the pants I needed to realize I needed to do something else with my life. And I started working towards that. I didn't commit a crime since until he takes a deep breath and looks at the ship. Yeah, until that. Thank God the admiral's not going to press charges.
really something that qualifies as a crime if it's done in effort to rescue someone. But
Uh,
I'm really not one to talk about crimes.
we did break into their ship, even for just reasons. We'd have to prove that in the state of law, and I'd rather not be in a courtroom again. That was not fun the last time, or any of the other times before that.
Mm. No, it never seemed like a something enviable.
Yeah.
Makes it made me very glad that I was only ever doing the paperwork on the outside.
Yeah. I'm glad that part of my life is over, but I'm glad that at least some good came of it. It kind of smiles at Luke and the paperwork that they have been working on.
Aw. Yes, yes,
It was for the
definitely
best
can relate.
anyways. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
No, no, you're fine. He's just like definitely can relate.
Oh, well, my change of career was for the best anyways. I was a terrible thief, terrible criminal.
Mm. I, I want to argue, but Max seemed more competent at it than you did.
Yeah, I was a bit too high strung were the words used.
Luke's not saying a word, but he is just staring with that one Vulcan eyebrow right now.
Yeah, yeah, for the best, for the best.
I can relate to that at least.
What about you though? And he's just kind of putting his tea down and looking at Luke like, how does, I mean, no offense, but like, how does a nobody learn how to fight the way you do? I've never seen anything like that.
that that was purely that wasn't something I know how to do. That was me being terrified and furious and and just wanting to get them back.
That, I mean, I can understand that, but you're telling me that was all instinct?
I suppose. He's just like he didn't actually think about it. He didn't think about the fact that he was, actually fighting people. He just went, "Oh, I'm going to kick you very hard."
Philippe is staring at Luke and he's sipping his tea like, wow, you are terrifying and I love it.
I did not set out to make the action hero of the team.
Oh, he is the most terrifying member of this team. One of the most terrifying members of this team. He's so good.
Ah. But yes, Luke is just like, this is purely me being afraid and angry.
I can I can relate to that. I mean, the afraid part, not the angry part. I mean, I have been angry before, but I mostly just delve into fear.
And it'll keep you alive. It'll keep you
Certainly
alive.
will. Certainly will. You can relate to that. Yeah.
Yes. Like trying to think of other topic, but
God,
unfortunately,
I
gone
think we
gone.
covered everything we wanted to talk about, honestly.
Yeah, it went a little faster than I thought.
Oh man, I'm trying to think because like I think Philippe's not gonna pry, but like, is there anything Luke wants to ask Philippe before this is over?
No, he's kind of asked what he wanted to ask. He's he's being adopted. He's learned how to forge paperwork.
Yeah, I mean, Philippe wasn't gonna say anything, but then he just outright asked, and is like, yeah, I guess I am, but oh man, you don't just say that."
There is a point where tact is useless and just go for it.
God. Oh, I will. I don't know if I should roll an insight on this or like if I could just ask like is how is like Luke looking now? Like is his color returning to normal or
A little bit. Not it's not normal, but it's definitely less like something that's been run over a few times.
oh, can I roll an insight on him just like to see like if there or even a medicine check or if that would that
Yeah.
work or just to see like
Medicine would probably be your best bet.
all right.
Oh
Ooh,
dang. Oh dang.
21. Net 20.
Oh dear. Oh dang. Well, this is gonna go off of the fluff rails real fast.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah. Luke looks like absolute hell, like he's been run over a few times. And as you're looking at him, you actually get a good look at his bad leg. And have you ever, like, if you've ever messed with a piece of cardboard, like the really thin stuff that that like cereal boxes are made out of, you can
Mhm.
kind of peel the layers apart and they sort of flake a little bit on the inside.
Oh.
He's got that kind of effect going on in a couple of spots.
Oh. Oh, honey.
Yeah.
He oh no. God. He's just like I think Ma- Philippe sees this and his jaw just kind of drops like, "Oh man, Luke,
What? What?
I just God, he doesn't know like what to say now. Like God, do you need healing? Would that help?
What?
Oh, okay. I the player have realized maybe Luke does not know what's going on.
He does not. He's put all of his issues currently down to I died for a couple minutes and then I have been walking around without a crutch for 2 days. He has
Oh,
not actually realized that the 2 things are just making other things worse.
um, Luke, I know you don't, uh, I know you don't like to talk about your past, and that's respectful. You don't have to talk. I respect that. You don't have to talk about your past at all, but I think your leg is getting worse. I think you might need to see a doctor.
And Luke is gonna actually stare at you for a second, and then he's gonna lean over and start poking at his leg and just sort of moving it around.
Please don't do that.
It gives you a really weird look. It's literally just him
Ah!
see literally just he needs to see what's going wrong here. And he's gonna notice that, oh, oh, that wasn't there before. Oh, oh, he's been hurting a lot more than normal. Oh, uh-oh. Mhm. Yeah, he's gonna stop and he's going to just sort of sit back and stare. Just dead-eyed, thousand-yard stare.
Listen, there's doctors. The doctors in Halloween Town. That what it was the mayor, not the doctor, but and the mayor's husband. But the point is, like, there's people that can heal you in Halloween Town, maybe, or if we can see another doctor somewhere. We'll get this fixed. Oh God. Um, do you think a healing spell would help now?
I don't think this is something that can be fixed.
Well, we didn't think what happened to Jackie. Like, and we didn't know like about what happened to Jackie could be fixed. I mean, there's got to be a way to help you.
I think this is just the logical progression of my life.
Logical. What are you talking about? You think the logical progression of your life is that it gets worse? No, this is this. We'll we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hey. Hey.
Oops.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This keeps happening, doesn't it? Uh.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you want to roll another insight on
Uh,
Philippe?
yeah, I definitely do.
Oh boy.
And that makes sense. He's very much not in a trying to figure out people's emotions state right now.
That is very fair and valid. God, man. You don't think yeah, he doesn't look any less, anxious or worried than he normally does, and considering his default state, like, that's fair. Like, listen,
Mm.
okay, so what we'll need to do, we'll monitor we'll I mean, it's I'm sorry, I'm speaking for you, but I think maybe we can monitor if we monitored it and, like, maybe, like, went to go see a specialist, like, I'm sure there's a way we can help and help you out, and at least, like, something to stop the pain, uh maybe like there's a I don't know, like like a different kind of mobility aid, one that will like put less pressure on your leg, uh, like kind of like balance your weight a bit. I'm sure there's something we can. Well, listen, you don't. I'm. God, I keep talking over you. Luke. What would you want to do?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Dee Dee. Because
Oh no.
because his reaction to this is actually just stand up, say, "I appreciate your concern and the tea and the lesson, but I think I need to go now." and
Oh,
he's gonna head out.
oh, okay. Can we talk later?
He doesn't answer.
Oh no. Oh God. Ah, I said Philippe said the wrong thing, didn't he?
No, he did not. He pointed out the problem. That's all he
Oh,
did.
oh no. Hey, I know you're not looking at Philippe right now, but do you want to do one more insight on Philippe? Like,
I want to know.
yeah. Oh, 15. Oh God.
Mm,
There. He looks kind of the only word you would think is he looks kind of haunted. Like he sees you injured and like with something that that is probably going like injured and sick and possibly sick with something that will probably possibly cause more harm, and he looks haunted. Like he's seeing
mm,
you and also someone else.
mm.
Like and he's like, "Oh god, he can't do this again." But it's happening again.
So sorry. I'm
Oh
so
boy.
sorry.
It's okay. This is just how it goes when you're a janitor, I guess.
Oh God.
God.
Well, I think we kind of gave everyone their fill of angst for the day.
Oh, yeah, we sure did. Your weekly angst quota has been fulfilled, guys. Thank you for joining us for this FPS that
You.
got rapidly sad so quickly.
Oops. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.